Record. Hi, guys. Welcome to Momentum Monday. I am so excited. My name is Michelle Ball. For those of you who don't know me, Michelle Rogers. When is that going to be right? When am I going to say that easily? I just got married this summer, if you don't know me. Michelle Rogers, for those of you who don't know me, I'm so excited about tonight's call. Every Monday night at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, we host Momentum Monday, and sometimes we have guest speakers. And tonight, we have the absolute honor of having Carson, Reid, and Jordyn Pennington as our guests. And these are two young moms, first-time moms, who have joined our team actually back in 2015 and recently have been inspired to really go out of their comfort zones and really begin recruiting and having people join their teams. And I looked at their numbers today. They both had an equally good month in November and a massive amount of frontline new representatives. But between the two of them, over the last couple months, they've got 13 new team members of their own. So this is really exciting because our business becomes residual passive income when we get a team, teach them how to do it through our system, and then let them kind of go on their own. And that's what really starts to show us up that residual amazing income. And I remember one time, Carrie Daigle, one of my business mentors, shared with me that in order to earn $500 per month in, say, like an investment, let's say, so you would have to have, for the regular, usual percentage of income that you're going to get on an investment, and this is pretty good actually, is about 4%. And I remember him saying that in order for you to get $500 per month off of your investment that you could use each month, you would have to have something like $200,000 invested. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I'm not ever going to be able to save that at my age, $200,000 cash to sit in an account and earn me $500 a month. And he said, or come and join me. I will teach you the system and you can earn $500 a month with this business. And that really, really stuck with me. And then recently, while coaching one of my team members, I realized how difficult it is for moms with babies to go out and earn $500 per month. So I calculated that out after taxes and childcare with 2 kids in daycare. So the average family, you've got 2 little kids, you put them in daycare, you go out and get a job and try to bring in an income. In Alberta, the mom would have to earn $43,000 per year in order to keep $500 per month. And I was absolutely shocked. Like, I couldn't believe those numbers. If you're in Kelowna, it actually increases because childcare is even more expensive. You would have to have $53,000 per year. Jobs like that are hard to find. So oftentimes what happens is moms are out there working, trying to contribute, but not actually keeping very much, which is why we get really, really passionate about our business and being able to share this way of earning an income online from home while you wipe bums and noses and you go on play dates and you just do your normal mom thing. It just fits in along the side. And we've got hundreds of moms on our team that are earning $500 per month or more, many of them from home. And we've got 2 of them tonight going to share with us their newfound motivation for getting out of their comfort zone and sharing this business opportunity with people and building their frontline team. So I'm going to ask Carson to unmute and share her story with us and what she's been up to and what changed for her in terms of getting brave.
Hi, everyone. Is it working? Yeah, awesome. So yeah, like Michelle said, my name is Carson and I am a brand new mama to the cutest little 4-month-old, but I'm a little biased. And yeah, I started Juice Plus in 2015 when I was going to college, actually with Elena. And the college life hit me hard. It was like freshman 300, it felt like. And I was so sick and just not doing well. And like I was telling Michelle the other day, honestly, some days the only vegetable I would get would be the lettuce on a burger I was eating. Like it was not good. So Elena mentioned it to me and I knew a little bit about it, but I was kind of like, meh, I'm super poor, so no. And then she just kept at me and so then I was like, okay, fine. So then I did it and then instantly I started loving it and the product kind of spoke for itself and like I was fighting those colds off like no other. And like whether I didn't eat a single vegetable all day, I knew I was at least getting it through the capsules, which was so nice. And then Elena kind of mentioned like her and her sisters were starting the business and can do a little bit with it, and were wondering if I wanted to hop on with them. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And I pushed them away for so long. And they probably were like, oh my gosh, this girl. And then I don't know, one day I was like, okay, Elena, I'll just do it. It's like, maybe you'll stop bugging me about it. And so I finally did it and paid the $50. And just through like super casual conversation with my parents and my grandparents and like some close friends, I already hit VF right away. So I was like, booyah. Like, guess who's paying for a round of drinks tonight? It was me. And yeah, then it was awesome. I love that extra income. And then from there, graduated college. My boyfriend and I started renting a place, and kind of life changed a little bit. Got like my first like real person job, and kind of put the business off a little bit. And then I was like, whoa, rent is very expensive and I am not making that kind of money. So then I worked the business a little bit more, just again by making those like super casual conversations, not pushing it where I would feel uncomfortable, which I really liked. And I was also very, very anti-social media, which Elena and her sisters will probably vouch that probably drove them nuts too. But I was like, no way, I am not doing that. Like, I just felt so uncomfortable doing it. And so I didn't do it for a long time. And then fast forward, I guess, a couple years later, within a year, my boyfriend and I bought our first house. And then within the month of November, and I started a new job. That was the first thing. And then the month of November, we bought a house, and then we found out that we were expecting. And I was like, okay, time to get my stuff together. I need to figure out how the heck we're going to do this. And so I remember when I told Elena, and I was supposed to go to Banff to Sacred Space, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. Like, I'm going to be super pregnant. She's like, you're pregnant? And I was like, oh yeah, surprise. And then I just admitted to her, I was like, I need to figure out how to do this. And I know I'm going to have to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. And she's like, don't worry. Like, there's so many amazing people on here that can help you do it. And I just knew instantly from when I found out that we were expecting that there is no way I'm going to want to go back to work. And so I started working the business a little bit more, again, by like casual conversation, and then got to where, it was helping pay off the mortgage each month and kind of helping us get ready for preparing, like buying a changing pad and stuff like that. And then what really hit me, I guess, was when Weston, our son, was born. And I just seeing his little love for me and Ty, and just like thinking of those firsts that I might miss, it honestly broke my heart. So that's when I made, yet again, another call to Elena saying, okay, that's it. I need to do this. I'm serious this time. And I guess that's kind of the beauty of the business too. Like, you can pick up and take off and run with it whenever you want and whenever you catch that vision. And so from there on, I was like, you know what? I need to kind of put my pride away, and I'm going to start posting on social media, and I'm going to start talking to more people, maybe about the business a little bit as well, because I was super nervous to talk about the business too. And I made my first social media post, and like, bam, bam, I got 4 new customers. I was like, whoa, okay, maybe these people aren't crazy, and maybe I should have listened to them. I would never admit that to them, by the way. But that's what I was thinking. And then actually Michelle had Melanie Brandt, her name is, from Australia, on one of the Momentum Monday calls. And I listened to her, and I think I fell in love. She was so inspiring. And everyone says with the business, you got to catch that vision from somebody. And it could be, so many people could tell you the exact same thing. But once you hear it from them, that's when you're like, okay, that's it. And it was just like a light went off in my head. And she made it so I wasn't nervous to talk about the business, because I was terrified to talk about anything about the business. Like, I remember going on three-way calls, and I would before the call be like, do not mention it. Like, don't mention the business. And I would just get like super worked up about it. And then someone would mention it on three-way call, and I'd be like, oh my God, she did it. Why did she do that? And then it's like, I need to get over that fear. And so then Melanie kind of mentioned about how she would bring up the business even before the product. And I was like, okay, well, that's maybe kind of a good idea. And so I started playing around with a little bit of verbiage that she was talking about in there, in her call that she did with us. And then Michelle posted about what she would say too. And the main thing that I found that people were, I guess I was getting the most reaction I get out of people when I would talk to them about it is, I would just like fully go vulnerable on them and be like, okay, you guys, I'm pretty sure I had a small anxiety attack before I texted you, and it's been really sitting with me for a long time. So I finally just like, I have to say it. And I would just be super honest and be like, I think you are such a cool person, and I know you would do incredible things. And I wouldn't mention Juice Plus. I wouldn't even say what it is. I would just say, I'm the owner of a national health and wellness business. And I would take it with that and be like, I honestly respect, whether it's a new mom, I'd say, me as a new mom, I respect you in so many different ways of how I've been seeing you raise your children and like everything like that. And I would just love your opinion on it. And like, if you're open to it, I would love to have another killer mom like you on my team. And I just was like really pumping them up. And honestly, it was all coming from the heart too. I wouldn't be able to talk to someone if it wasn't genuine. And after that, people were like, yeah, sure. And then when I got my first, yeah, okay, I was kind of like, whoa, okay, yeah, that's awesome. And then I was texting and like, okay, well, now what? And then they redid the website. And then it was like perfectly laid out for me. And then it felt like I was just getting people like bam, 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 just from that verbiage. And that vision kind of hit me. And I don't know, I just, it was like something that lit inside me where I was like, you know what, I feel bad that I'm on mat leave and, you know, I can't contribute to whatever as much as Ty can. But now I know with the Juice Plus business, I'm like right up there with him, and I feel so proud about it. And it's so humbling to know like, okay, no, I got the mortgage this month, or it's on me sort of thing, or let me take you out. It's just so nice to know that it's always there no matter where you are in your life, whether you're a college student that is wanting to go out for drinks, or you're a new mama that knows she needs diapers and doesn't want to go back to work. And yeah, no matter where I was in my life, Juice Plus was always there for me. So I think that's the pretty amazing thing about the business.
Oh my goodness, Carson, thank you so much for sharing. I was like laughing and almost tearing up and just like feeling your feeling about your son, and just, oh, I love your energy. I love what you're doing. I love the twist you put on it. I actually put it in the comment bar for everybody. I love the line that you said, if you're open to it, I would love to have another killer mom like you on my team. Like, that is awesome. You know, taking it and making it applicable, but not backing down on the bravery of the verbiage. You know, like that's really key, is like not softening it so much that we're just asking for opinion, but being blunt, like, look, like I would really love to work with you. And you've done that in so many different ways. So I can't wait to see what happens when all of these team members start popping as we go into one of the best months of the best month of the entire year, which is January. It's going to be pretty crazy and pretty exciting. So thank you for sharing.
I'm so excited for us.
I know. I'm excited for all of us too.
Oh my gosh. Team Synergy is going to do amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty powerful. Everyone's going to be like, what is going on Team Synergy right now?
Hello, 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Woo-hoo. Okay, thanks, girl, for sharing. Love ya. And next, we've got George sharing her story with us and what she's been up to, because I know she has been just on a recruiting binge. And when I say that, please know I say that with all the love in my heart for the life she's changing by bringing these men and women into the business. Like, it is powerful. And so, Jord, welcome, and please share.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, even to hear you say that, Michelle, I'm like, who's she talking about? Me? Like, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be speaking to you tonight, and genuinely know that here we are being honest and real. I'm very nervous, kind of shaking a little bit, so it's all good. Like Michelle said, my name is Jordyn Pennington, if anybody doesn't know me on the call here. I have been involved in the business for 3 years, and my story is a little bit different than Carson's, just because I got started at a time and kind of have worked it pretty consistently, but I have changed some things. And those things that I've changed have obviously made a difference. And it's so amazing. I just need to say this as well, that like when team are reaching out to me and saying like, what are you doing? Can you please help me? I genuinely would love to help each and every one of you. I honestly will, because this new perspective that I have it's changed my whole viewpoint of this business. So I'll just tell you a little bit about my story if you haven't heard it. I'm an elementary teacher, so I have that like commonality with Michelle in regards to having that passion for kids and families, and being in the classroom with littler than Michelle has worked with. But I was teaching grade 1 full time when I first got introduced to this business by Elena, Lauren, and our sister. And it was, I was really, really struggling in regards to my own, I guess, self-worth and my own wellness. So just really quickly, I'll just tell you, like, I was really struggling with the group of students that I had in my class, really challenging classroom, and I was left exhausted. The stress was overwhelming. And I literally, it makes me almost want to tear up just thinking back to it, because it was it's such a hard time. I was going from the highs and lows of the room of going and doing everything well to then coming back and having a chair thrown at my head in a matter of minutes. And I wasn't taking care of myself. I was working out and, whatever, but my wellness was really starting to take a toll, and my relationship with my now husband was starting to be affected as well. And so I started taking the product, obviously loved it as much as we all do, and it changed my life. And it was to the point that I actually was starting to consider thinking that I was going to take a stress leave from teaching. And I was in my 3rd year. And I can't tell you how crazy that is, thinking that here I am taking a bachelor in elementary education, and in my 3rd year of teaching, I'm thinking of quitting because I can't even handle it anymore. And that was a huge point. So I knew the product helped me immensely. And I actually continued to work the business as I was teaching, which was such a saving grace just for my mental state. Like, teaching is exhausting, and we have nothing left to give at the end of every day, even while we're cutting out laminating. Like, it's so much. So I was so grateful for the opportunity to find something else that really gave me the same kind of urgency, but didn't drain me as well. And so I've loved every moment of working this business this last 3 years. I have. And even this is going into now, I'm on mat leave. I have a 10.5-month-old son. I said that right. Oh gosh. Carson is his name. And he, again, like Carson, we're biased, but we have the sweetest boys ever. And he's seriously my world. And I've loved that I've got an opportunity to work this business and be home with him. And I've walked into some daycares and things like that, and I'm like, ew, this is not my feeling. And I've never felt more strongly about mom care instead of daycare until now. And I knew I would feel that, but it's different when you have your own babes. It really is. And so the biggest thing that I can tell you, like, I work this business. I've been sitting at SSC for over a year. Like, guys, it's not about this like quick process and whatever. I am genuinely really excited to be on this call to tell you that, like, it will happen. The time will come for you. And my time is now. And I'm so, so proud to say that, like, I genuinely believe that to my core. And that's the problem that I had. That was my block. I didn't feel like it was my time. And so without going into like too many details, I just want to share a couple things that I genuinely, genuinely have felt this made a huge difference for me, even in the last 2 months. When Carson was born, I really was struggling. We were readmitted back to the hospital with some health concerns. Then we got home and had more health concerns. And I definitely was trying to do the business, but I just didn't have the same intention. And I went to a Soul Sisters gathering recently with a girlfriend of mine, and they are not involved in Juice Plus, just a empowering group of women. And they said, your time is now. You've had your time to raise your son in this full 9 months of his life. And now he's older than that, and it's your time now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is my time. And then, ever since then, it's just been so solidified. But I can genuinely say that like it will align, but you have to be ready for when your time comes. You have to be ready. And if your mental state is not, if you've got blocks, if you've got stuff going on, it won't work out for you because you're not ready. And so you have to be ready when the universe is ready. And if you're not ready, then it's not going to work. And so I can genuinely say that it's my time and I'm ready now. So I'm so excited about the growth that I've had, reaching out to people that I never thought I would be able to, but the courage and the strength too. I think, Carson, you and I genuinely have a hard girl crush on Melanie Brandt. Who doesn't? Seriously? Gosh, she's like so ripped and some of these tatties, like, oh, love her. But I think the biggest thing that I can say in general when it comes to the difference that I have had is leading with the business. I was so afraid to put myself out there in that way before. And I genuinely mean this. It's only as scary as if you don't do it, because it's harder to be built up and not actually do it. The 80 challenge in Team Synergy, if you have not done it, do it in January. Seriously. Like, I'm genuinely meaning that, the growth that I've seen, because it's just, you just send it and and it's scary, but you totally do it. And now I'm feeling like I could share it with anyone. I just shared it with my doctor on Thursday. And that's huge, because I was like, I can't say shit in bricks, but yeah, I was really nervous the whole time. But it is what it is. Like, you feel on cloud 9. You really do. And so, if I can say a couple things really quickly, but like I said, in regards to feeling like it's your time, is that okay? Okay. I kind of just made some notes about things that really helped me. The first off was the 80 challenge, hands down. Like, I can't even tell you how great it was. And I'm still following up and still connecting with people. But it's all so great. Like, it will totally change the whole structure of your business for sure. I also want, like I said about that Soul Sisters gathering group, it had nothing to do with Team Synergy. And I love our community that we have, but just finding a group of positive, uplifting women. For me, whether that was that group, or maybe it's a group of moms that you guys get together with, or whatever, it doesn't even matter. Like, having somebody else that you can just like bounce ideas off of. And that was so great. Like, I can't even tell you. And in this group, we had ladies ranging from 17 to 60. And so I'm so lucky and grateful that I found that. I've only been to one gathering. Thank you, Megan Miller. Shout out to you for taking me. Mindset is awesome. So I don't know if anybody has young kids on the call who are on mat leave, but what I like to do is I like to leave my phone on airplane mode. And then when I wake up in the morning, the first thing that I do is I listen to a podcast before I check Facebook or anything. And I love that, because I've heard Catherine Sinkina is that Manifestation Babe. She talks about giving your brain food. And so the biggest, best podcast that I love right now is called, it's with Ed Milet. It's Ed Milet Show. He's this big buff man, and he talks about maxing out in life. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you. He's so great. And he interviews people about like fitness and wealth and success, NFL, CFL, all these like major people, but really, really great for personal development. So Ed Milet Show is the biggest podcast that I listen to every day. And I also just last night, this is so crazy, I just updated my vision board. And this is the difference. If you have a vision board and you haven't updated it, for me, it's been over a year since I updated my vision board. And I could care less to look at it. Now I look at it all day. I seriously looked at it like 50 times today. I just walked past and I'm like, oh, this is so great. I love it. you want to look at it. You want to see your goals, your dreams. You want to see those things on your vision board. Like, you need to do something that, like, have those things and want to check it out, you know? So I love that. I love that's the difference that I felt even in a day. That vision board is something that I want to be drawn to before I just walk past it. So, and yeah, that's pretty much all. I hope that's okay that I just shared those little tips, but I was just thinking of things that have really made another, like, just a huge difference even in the last couple months. So.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, Jordyn, I'm so glad that you did share your extra tips, because that's what we're here for. We want to know, like, what are you guys doing? And I actually was going to ask you, because you had said, like, if you're not ready for it, then you might not be able to make it work. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what she did to get ready, because I think a lot of us are feeling blocked. I know I've felt blocked at many different times in my business, including when I got to 100 Club, you know, just really stuck and not knowing, you know, what I had to do to my mindset. And, you know, different books and things helped me get out of that, or courses or whatever. So I love that you're starting your day with a podcast. I love that you're, you know, keeping your phone on airplane, because it can be, I mean, it's like a vortex, right? Once you get in there and you kind of can get lost in that, and feeding your brain, it's all so powerful. And I know when I called you to ask you what you were doing, and you shared that story about going into daycares, and I was like tearing up thinking about it, because, you know, there are moms that really genuinely love their job and find great childcare. And that is amazing. Like, I know a lot of moms that are like, oh my God, I love my job. No, like, I don't ever want to stay home full time. And that's cool. Like, I totally respect that too. But then I feel like it should just be their choice. You know, like, I don't feel like moms should have to go back because they have to earn an income. They should be going back because they love what they do. And that's going to be a good role model to their children, just being in their passion and their fire. Right. And so that's why I love when we have a business opportunity like this that can provide a really stable, long lasting income, you know, deposited into your bank account every single month on the 10th, while being at home with the kids. And I remember when my kids, they had, you know, all of a sudden I went through divorce, and my son was 4 and my daughter was 2, and they didn't know what was going on. They were so confused. And I'll never forget when Lincoln climbed up into my lap and said, "Mommy, I'm pretty sure Daddy left because I pushed Ava." And I remember being like, oh my God, that happened in the middle of a weekday. And I thought I would be at work right now if I wasn't doing this business. And that gave me this fire inside my belly that was like, I'm going to share this business with people. So we all have that moment where we stopped being afraid of leading with the business. And I see that you guys both had that. And that is literally the common thread for you guys. So I think, you know, one of the biggest takeaways is lean into the system, be teachable. Like Carson said, when she finally was like, okay, these girls know something, I'm going to post on social media, and boom, right? I'm going to do the 80 conversation challenge, and boom, you know, being teachable, leading with the business, and getting into the heart of why you're doing that. When you have that strong why, and you guys both have that baby boy that you want to stay home for. And I know you're going to make it happen. I can see it already. You're doing it. So congratulations, ladies, on your massive success with the business. I'm going to end the recording and let people give you a shout out, or maybe they have any questions for you. But thank you for sharing your hearts with us tonight.